According to a recent report, African countries are experiencing a loss of as much as 5% of their GDP annually due to climate change. Greetings to everyone. Today's video focuses on a recent report that reveals African countries are suffering losses of up to 5% of their GDP each year due to climate change, which hits them particularly hard despite their minimal role in global greenhouse gas emissions. The World Meteorological Organization has issued warnings about the rapid warming occurring in Africa, resulting in severe consequences for food security, public health, and stability. The report underscores the urgent need for investment in climate adaptation strategies, as millions are increasingly vulnerable to extreme weather events. In 2023 alone, catastrophic floods and droughts have already affected hundreds of thousands, with forecasts suggesting that conditions will continue to deteriorate in the years ahead. Now, without further delay, let us begin our discussion. According to a new report released on Monday, African countries are experiencing annual GDP losses of up to 5% due to the significant impact of climate change, which has affected them more severely than other regions, following one of the hottest years recorded on the continent. According to the World Meteorological Organization, several African countries are allocating as much as 9% of their budgets towards climate adaptation initiatives. During the last 6 decades, Africa has experienced a warming trend that is accelerating faster than the global average, stated WMO Secretary-General Celeste Saulo, cautioning that this shift impacts food security, public health, and peace. According to the WMO, while Africa accounts for under 10% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions, it remains the region most susceptible to severe weather phenomena such as droughts, floods, and heat waves. The latest report highlights 2023 as one of the 3 hottest years recorded in Africa. It calls on African governments to allocate resources toward early warning systems and enhance meteorological services. The report cautions that without sufficient measures, as many as 118 million Africans could face exposure to droughts, floods, and extreme heat by 2030. The report projected that in sub-Saharan Africa, the expenses for adapting to severe weather conditions could reach between $30 and $50 billion annually over the coming 10 years. The impact of climate change has been devastating. According to the report, around 300,000 individuals in West Africa faced the consequences of flooding from September to October 2023. Meanwhile, Zambia endured its most severe drought in 4 decades, impacting nearly 6 million people. Experts indicated that the trend of severe weather occurrences in Africa will persist into 2024. According to the United Nations, this year, more than 716,000 individuals have been impacted by flooding in the Sahel region located south of the Sahara. In Mali, authorities declared a national disaster last week due to floods that have affected 47,000 people since the rainy season commenced. An extraordinary heat wave has swept through West Africa, with temperatures soaring to 44 degrees Celsius, 111 Fahrenheit, resulting in a notable increase in fatalities, especially among older individuals. This heat wave, intensified by climate change, has led to a death toll estimated in the hundreds or possibly thousands, though precise numbers remain elusive due to government limitations. Children, particularly those in vulnerable situations, face heightened risks of acute malnutrition, while illnesses associated with the heat are on the rise. The scenario is further complicated by political instability and economic difficulties, as numerous workers endure these extreme conditions to make a living. Climate scientists caution that such severe temperatures are increasingly associated with human-induced climate change, predicting that similar occurrences will become more common in the future. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.